The Real Weather Watch is brought to you by DeKalb, all season strong. We're joined right now on RealAgriculture.com by Russ Murley. He is with Precision Weather based in Maine. Welcome today, Russ.
Greetings. Good to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about Ontario harvest forecast. We're about to kind of really get rolling with soybean harvest. Farmers the last week have really been dealing with some wet weather in different locations. Is this going to be the story of soybean harvest, or do we have a different story in mind?
No, we've got a much different story in mind. The big ridge that's been bringing some beautiful weather to the west this past week is now shifting east. So what that's going to mean is some really warm, dry weather for much of southwestern and midwestern Ontario. So they're going to be in great shape with some gorgeous weather, not only through the next several days in the short term, but I'm thinking for the next week to 10 days, they're going to just be going gangbusters with some above normal temperatures and a lot of sunshine. I think the ridge position is going to hold in place, and I think they're going to be in good shape again through quite possibly right through the middle of the month.
So, can we expect Ontario kind of that ideal sort of harvest fall then?
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be really good. We've had some great harvest conditions in the west this past week or so, and beyond. Really, when you look back to September, and now I think that some of that's going to translate into a good portion of the main agriculture belts in Ontario. So I think they're going to be in great shape. I think the next 10 days is really going to be a lot of progress in the fields. Don't see any rain at all the next week to 10 days, and again, I think it's just going to be absolutely ideal with temperatures at or above normal.
How about those lows? How low are we going to get at night?
I don't think we're going to see any widespread frost. I think we may see towards the end of the week a couple of cool nights, but really not forecasting much in the way of frost, at least for southern Ontario. And midwestern Ontario, of course, gets the benefit of a little bit of warming from Lake Huron with westerly flow. So really no risk for frost. I think they're going to be in great shape. And as far as widespread frost, I really don't see any of that coming for Ontario probably until the third week of the month at the very earliest at this point.
What kind of brought on the East Coast? Obviously, the Yankees had some trouble with the baseball games on the weekend. What brought on all of a sudden this just wet weather out of nowhere?
Well, basically a blocked up pattern, kind of a traffic jam in the atmosphere, if you will. And what happened was we had an unseasonably strong cutoff low, which really started over the western Great Lakes from some energy that actually came out of the prairies, but drifted southeastward down through the Ohio Valley, and that system was just very, very slow to move because of basically just a traffic jam in the atmosphere. The end result was some just beautiful weather for the prairies in the west, and unsettled weather for the Great Lakes and down into the northeast, and they continue to see some wet weather, and it looks like the Maritimes are under the gun now with some nasty weather for the next couple of days.